Hello, welcome to another Cook With Me Gluten-Free. You can see I am not in my kitchen today, and there's a good reason for that. But if you are joining in for the first time, I typically make things that are gluten-free, I try things that are gluten-free, and I give you my honest opinion. So if that's something that you're interested in, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm in my studio and it is going to be a story time. Just like you saw in the title, I got glutened at Disney Springs. So many of us use the Find Me Gluten-Free app. If you're not using the Find Me Gluten-Free app, I highly recommend that you do. It's a great resource to find restaurants in your area that do a good job or do a very bad job with gluten-free dining. So anyway, you saw on my Taste It Tuesday that I had been to Disney Springs. I had a great experience at Sprinkles, and upcoming you're going to see that I had a great experience at Aaron McKenna's Bakery as well. But I dined for brunch at Boathouse, the Boathouse, which is a long-standing restaurant there at Disney Springs. I'm going to try to throw in some footage, and please forgive me. I had taken a little bit of footage of my food because I didn't think I was going to have to make a video, because I didn't think I was going to get glutened. But I did take a little bit of video, so forgive the orientation. Some of it's going to be traditional, but then you're going to see some others that I call filming TikTok style. But you know, it is what it is. I want you to be able to see what I saw. I knew from the Find Me Gluten-Free app that they don't have a gluten-free menu, and there are items on their menu, but nothing is labeled as gluten-free. But they are a scratch kitchen, and they send over a special manager person that handles your allergy-friendly orders. Now, if you've dined at Disney, you know, they always have those little wooden sticks that say allergy to let you know that they've kind of paid special attention. Well, I wanted to make it easy, so I spoke to my waitress. She kind of pointed out some things that were gluten-free. She also said that the allergy manager person was going to be over to talk to me about my order, and she would go back to the kitchen to make sure that the kitchen was ready for the order. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how amazing is this? I love the special attention. So long story short, I decided that I was going to get the breakfast tacos, which was chorizo, avocado, cheese, pretty basic. They do have these potatoes, like fresh potatoes that are cubed. They are flash fried in their fryer, and they let me know that they couldn't guarantee that those would be fully gluten-free, but there was nothing on them or in them that were gluten-free, that contained gluten. So I was good with that. I typically don't have issues with cross-contamination unless it's someplace major that does a lot of like breaded items in a fryer. So I trusted that process. The allergy manager came over. I told her I decided on the breakfast tacos. The waitress told me that the breakfast tacos were already kind of naturally gluten-free because they were served on corn tortillas. But the allergy manager verified that I would have corn tortillas. All was well. I happened to be dining with someone else who had an allergy, a different kind of allergy, not a gluten allergy. So she had to also order from this same manager. And she had a little yellow tablet. She was writing everything down. It was great. So I get my food, three beautiful, I'm going to put in a clip. This is what I received first. Three breakfast tacos, and I'm chatting with my delightful company. We're catching up. I bite into it. The ingredients are good. I bite into it a second time, and it's like all the sound left the building. And I'm like, this isn't a corn tortilla. So, you know, you kind of panic. So I swallowed what was in my mouth. I had taken two nice sized bites at that time. And I pulled a piece of the tortilla and I smelled it, and I have a nose like a hound dog. And lo and behold, I was like, this is flour. This is a flour tortilla. How did we go through so many hoops? We jumped through the waitress, the special allergy manager, to go back to talk to the chef to guarantee that everything was going to be gluten-free. Well, when my table mate received hers, she had the little allergy stick. Mine had a little decorative thing in it. You may have seen it when I showed the originals. So she comes back over. I request her. I said, I think these are flour. She doesn't really say, oh yes, they're flour. She just immediately wants to remove it from the table and whisk it back to the kitchen so that I can't analyze it any further. She goes back, they remake my dish. She comes back, she goes, okay, we've remade this for you, so sorry, so sorry. And I said, well, can you verify? Like, did I get flour tortillas? And the answer was yes. I did, in fact, get flour tortillas. And I had taken a couple of bites. Now, I know we all have different sensitivity levels. When I ingest something that is pure gluten, like that, then I get swelling in my joints and I get belly bloat. So I knew that I was going to have that belly bloat, that 4 to 5 month pregnancy feeling, and then that my joints were going to be, but it takes a good 4 to 5 hours before my body starts to respond. I know some of you are probably immediate right away, and others of you, your symptoms are far worse than that. So they were apologetic. That's what I will say. The assistant general manager visited the table. They did give us a complimentary brunch. They gave me a gift card to come back if I wanted to try again. But I gotta be honest, I'm kind of afraid to go back, because if you have all of these protocols in place, but you still mess it up. Anyway, so she brought the food back. I'm gonna put in a little clip. This is what it looked like when I actually got the food. So I'll put that in here. You can tell the difference in the look of the tortillas, obviously. But again, it was just, I guess, overall disappointing. They did a good job with bread. They did bring bread to the table. I'll throw in a little clip here of the bread. Now, the bread, it appears to be more like a bun, right? Kind of like a little bun. But it was very good. It was soft and fresh and, butter. So it makes you feel like you're part of the table because you have something in advance before your meal comes. But it just overall, it was just somewhat of a disappointing experience. So if you are going to dine at the Boathouse at Disney Springs, just be very, very careful. Tell them, I saw this lady that got glutened here, so you want to be extra careful. My meal, even the second time, never came out with an allergy pick, which is very disappointing. I could tell that they were corn tortillas. I did have a reaction that lasted, honestly, about 2.5 days, where I felt that bloat, and it took a while for it to exit my system. But I understand that mistakes do happen. People are human. I get it. I really get it. But I just really wonder how this could happen after you have so many protocols in place. I appreciate that they have them. I appreciate that they separate the processes, but still, it's disappointing that it happened. So if you dine at Boathouse, be very careful. So I am going to sign off. Please like and subscribe, and I will definitely be cooking or trying something next week. So this is the end of my I got glutened at Disney Springs video. We'll see you next time. Bye.